Hello.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, bro? How are you?
How are you? I'm pretty tired, but it's just a long ass weekend, so
Yeah, man, I bet. Seems like it's been busy. What time is it there now? It's like getting towards nighttime now, isn't it?
yeah, it's around 9:10 right now.
9. Okay, cool. Well, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, so pretty chilled.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty chill day today. How about you?
Yeah, pretty chilled here as well, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's recording now, just to let you know. So it's still recording, even though we're doing the call instead of the face
All right.
webcam thing. So just to let you know, it's recording, man. If that's cool.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, man. So, just for the listeners, obviously, I met Herman at Barbell back in August. I dropped by there while I was on vacation to train, and I met Herman there. So, like, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit, what do you do there? And yeah, like, what's your background, man?
Hey guys, my name is Herman Gipp. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I don't currently work at Barbell. I'm just a member there, but they're a very close family to me. I help them out whenever they need it, and that's all I do there. I just make sure everybody just it's like very happy there.
Awesome, man. It seems like you're always there, man. How many days do you spend a week there? Like every day?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a few minutes away from my house, so I consider that my home gym.
Oh, really? Whereabouts are you?
Yes.
Whereabouts? I was staying near Echo Park, man. So I was like, I had to Uber it to get there,
Oh,
but
really?
yeah, I was like 5 minutes drive when I was staying there, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm like in the same area of Barbell, so
Oh, sweet.
ain't that far of a drive. So I just wake up early and then just go train.
Oh, sweet. And I didn't even ask you when I met you there, but are you doing anything else? Like, are you studying at the moment, and are you like pursuing other things as well?
Yeah, so currently I'm going to school for pediatric nursing. So I'm
Yeah.
just doing that, balancing it with training and stuff like that.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome, man. Cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know that, man. That's cool. How long until you finish that?
2 more years,
Two
and
more years.
hopefully, yeah, 2 more years, and I'm done.
Yeah. You come in Australia and work potentially.
I would like to work in the U.S., but if anything, yeah, I'll probably be down there. I want to visit there though,
Yeah, definitely. Which city would you come to?
Melbourne.
Yeah, yeah. Have you heard about the other
So
cities?
no, I haven't.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So I'm from
I'll
Melbourne,
be,
obviously. Yeah,
yeah. How's it over there, dude?
yeah. It's getting warm, man. It's starting to pick up. Starting to hit spring, and it's like 26 degrees. I don't know if you know the degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but yeah, it's starting to get really
No.
warm, man.
Yeah,
Probably
it's getting.
50. I'd say.
There's a
Is that 50?
50. Oh man,
Is that really
it
warm?
ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
that's
Yeah,
not that warm.
yeah. It's not
It's
that.
still cold. Like for Los Angeles, that's pretty cold. Like we'll be like freezing to death at 50.
Oh, really? Oh, let me Google it,
Yeah.
man. I gotta know now. I gotta know this. All right. 78. Sorry. Oh, I was way off.
Oh yeah, 78's like warm, coldish.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean right now there's a fire in California, so
yeah, man. What's going on with that? Just a bit of a heat wave going
I
on.
don't. Yeah, I mean it gets cold and it gets hot, and then out of nowhere it just gets on fire, and I'm just like, wow.
Because there's no rain. It rains like twice every year there, apparently, right? Or,
Yeah, it rains off. It doesn't rain often. Like when it does rain, we get very excited because we were in a drought. So,
yeah,
and when it does rain, we like to embrace the rain.
definitely, man. Well, in Melbourne, you get like four seasons in a day, man. So you get the rain, you get the sun,
Oh
you get the
man,
wind, you get the full thing. But it doesn't snow here. That's the only thing. So
yeah, it doesn't snow here either. So
yeah, yeah. Well,
it's
man,
just dry and
just dry. Yeah, from what I remember, it's just always dry. But I could live there, man. Like seriously, I love that place. Can't wait till I come back.
we would love to have you back.
Yeah, man, it's just an awesome place, man. Everyone's
Yeah.
everyone's just really cool there. I love the weather. The people are all awesome. The place I stayed, it was like 5 minute walk. I literally walked it to a Dodgers game, Dodger Stadium. So
Oh, damn. Oh, so you're like in the Chinatown area, kind of.
yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's still
Uh,
like Echo Park. I think when I Airbnb the area is like Echo Park or something, Echo Lake
yeah.
or Echo Lake or
Yeah,
something.
it's Echo. No, Echo Park.
Echo Park. Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, man, it was like such a cool area. It's like all this
Mm.
traffic trying to get into a baseball game, and I just walked it like 2 seconds. It was amazing. But yeah, man. Yeah, you like baseball?
No, I don't actually follow
You don't
sports.
follow sports?
Uh, no, I know I'm a guy, but I don't follow sports at all.
That's interesting, man. So how did you
Yeah.
come across like powerlifting then? How did you get into the sport of powerlifting, man?
So it all started in high school when I used to weigh 290 pounds.
Yeah.
So I was usually a big guy. In high school, I was also in the band.
But how tall are you?
And
Like you're a tall dude. You're like 5'10", aren't you? Or 5'11", sorry. Like
I am five. I'm actually 5'7". So you can actually see like I gained a lot of weight. Like a guy was heavy on the heavy side. Like I used to live near my high school, and I just walked to school every day. But that short distance walk, I would be sweating down. Like my shirt would be drenched and everything.
right.
So I was like, it's time for a change. So junior year of high school,
Mm.
I did like it was during summer, like junior into senior year of high school. I decided to, you know what, I'm done with being fat. So
Yeah,
I
right.
decided just to start bodybuilding. My best friend, and I still consider him my best friend.
Yep.
He got me into it, and he one day just invited me to go work out, and ever since then I just couldn't stop lifting weights. And then in 2015 or 16, I don't remember. Barbell came down to they moved their location to this area
Uh-huh.
because I think the original area was in like in Marbury Park somewhere over there.
Okay.
So when I found out, like to this day, well, when I found out, like I didn't know who Bart was, I didn't know who Gio was, like
Mm-hmm.
or the JK film side of the family.
Okay.
So I just went in there one day and I was like, oh, I'm looking for a new gym. And then once they showed me around, I saw everybody like Bradley Martin and I think who else did I see? Oh, Dom Mazzetti.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw him there. So I was like, oh, this
You're
cool. This
working with
gym's
him. You're
cool.
working with him, aren't you, right now? He's your coach, right?
No, that'll be Silent Mike. Silent Mike is my
Oh,
coach right now.
silent makes your coach.
So
Okay.
yeah, they kind of look alike, but yeah. So Silent Mike
Right.
is my coach. But back to the powerlifting story. So when I moved to Barbell, I that was the first year I started powerlifting because I went in there and I just decided to just go really heavy and I had a lot of fun doing it. So everybody's like, "Oh, you should compete," blah blah blah, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a coach back then, and I was just going YOLO, balls to the wall, always maxing out, and I was always getting hurt. So when I came to my first powerlifting meet, I saw how everybody was very supportive, and I just fell in love there.
Oh, sweet, dude.
So yeah,
So you went from bodybuilding to powerlifting straight away.
yeah,
Yeah. After.
I went from three times a week doing cardio to no cardio at all.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Cool. Awesome. And since then, what have you achieved, man? Like what kind of like successful accomplishments have you done, and like how many meets have you done? What's your totals? And yeah, talk about the first time, like when you did deadlifts, and you just couldn't get the technique, or when you squatted, like what was your weakest lift, and like what did you struggle with, and how did you make it now to be like one of your best lifts? Do you know what I mean?
yeah. So when I first started powerlifting, my weakest lift was actually my bench.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't get the form down, and then once I came to barbell, it was just like, oh, you could arch and stuff like that. And being in the bodybuilding mindset, I thought arching would be bad for your back.
Mm-hmm.
You know how everybody says it's bad for your back.
Yeah, no leg drives.
So
No leg
yeah, no
drive.
leg drive, no thing, but all chest and stuff.
Yep.
So bench was my weakest, and then for my first competition, I don't remember what I got on bench, but for my first competition, I got first place in my class.
Oh, did you?
So yeah, so I totaled around 1197.
That's around 500 kilos, I think.
Yeah, it's around 500 kilos. And
Yeah.
then after that, I wanted to do more meets. So I did so far. I've done one, two. I'm counting them. It was one, two, three, four, five. I've done 5 meets already.
Sweet. 5 meets, and what are you up to now? What's your total? What's your
Right now,
yeah?
my total should be 1436.
Which can yeah.
Yeah, so,
And
and
which one?
then this upcoming meet, I
Oh,
have an upcoming meet in December. So,
sweet man. And that 1400. What does that break down into each lift? Give us your numbers for each one.
14. Okay, so I squatted 524.
Cool.
I benched 347, I believe, and then deadlift, I think I did 545. I think.
And what category, if you don't mind me asking?
That'll be 93 kilos and 93 kilos juniors. So
93. Awesome.
yeah.
That's cool, man. Like that's really good. That's really good. I'm sure there's a lot of strong guys in that category, man. So, you know,
Yeah,
so
there is a lot of strong guys, and I'm trying to like catch up to them, but
that's awesome.
it's,
And you're healthy right now. Like your body's feeling good.
yeah. So right now I'm very healthy. I'm not as tired as I am, even though I'm working a lot as a powerlifting coach and online coach as that.
Yeah.
Uh, Today I'm just really tired due to because this past weekend we had meet competition, and I have to go and make sure one of my clients, did well, and my friends,
They're long
make
days.
sure yeah.
They're long days,
So,
man.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I was standing for most of the day running around.
Yeah. You didn't even probably get to eat that much, right? So,
Yeah,
you know.
I hardly ate and then I hardly slept. So
Yeah.
it was just like everything that once I got to relax the day after the meets, I felt like crap. I felt like shit. So, but then I woke up this morning and very unmotivated to train, but being a barbell made it happen. So,
Absolutely, man. That's cool. And obviously, let's talk about Barbell. Obviously, Bart and Gio run that place.
hmm
What's your experiences with them, and how close are you with them? Obviously, in a lot of your social media stuff, you have Bart like spotting you, and there's a lot of views where, um, yeah, you're working with Bart. Obviously, Gio's taking some time away at the moment with the baby and all. But what's your relationship with them, and how did that flourish and come about? And you want to share a little bit of that?
my relationship with Bart, I think it started when I started going to the gym and I just saw him, and then I thought he was just a regular gym member. I didn't know he was actually the owner of the Barbell Brigade gym.
Well, let's take a step
And
back. Did you
then
ever watch their stuff? Did you ever watch their content?
no, nope.
Oh, dude.
And yeah, so and then I was scrolling through Instagram and I happened to find their gym. So
Cool. All
and
right.
then I forgot how we like knew each like I forgot how we started. Like I don't want to say we started working out together, but it's because I was getting close to one of the gyms, like close to the gym staff. So every time the gym staff would like talk to Bart, I would also talk to him, and then I think one day he noticed how strong I got
Uh huh.
because from 11, I think from my Anaheim Convention Center meet, my first one ever.
Uh
He was there competing also,
huh.
so he knew of me, but at the same time didn't like know me, if
Yep.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Uh, um, so I don't know, and then everything's a blank right now because it's just I'm just so tired. So
That's
it's
cool,
just
man.
really dead. Yeah. So with Bart, it's how did I meet him? I totally forgot how I met him.
Well, I'm sure you guys would have met each other in the gym, I guess, discussed
Yeah, it
a
was
few
in
things.
gym.
And, just being in Barbell, it's a great atmosphere where you just talk to everyone. That's something with me, just being there. I was there for like 2.5 hours, mainly just talking to everyone. So you kind of build relationships with people there pretty easily. So, um, yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, that's this Barbell is like kind of a friendly gym. So I like to be out there with everybody and just introduce myself, even though they don't know me or if I don't know them. I will go out of my way to make sure I introduce myself and give you guys the best experience there. You know?
Well, fantastic, man. Well, a lot of people obviously, seem to know who you are now and stuff like that, which is great. So, you're kind of like a popular figure now on social and at the
I'm not popular.
at. All
I
right.
wouldn't say I'm popular.
Um, so in regards to other people, so you got Bud, and what about other people like like have you met Herman before? And always seen Nadeem there as well. Like they seem like pretty cool people, and a little bit about your coach, Silent Mike as well, man. Talk about them, man.
Nadeem, I met him like at the gym when he was still working there. Now he does production,
Hmm.
and then after that we got to know each other a little more. And I went to school for physical therapy at first before I switched over to nursing.
Cool.
So I would always practice like massaging them, like making sure they're loose.
So
And then
just
so
for
this year,
the Australian viewers or listeners, sorry, physical therapy is physiotherapist. It's the same thing here. So we call it physiotherapy.
oh, I did not know
Yeah. So physical
that.
therapy,
We call it physical therapy.
yeah, physical therapy and physiotherapy is the same thing. We just call it different. Yeah, yeah,
Ah.
yeah. My sister's
Oh,
actually a
so
physiotherapist.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Cool.
Well, then again, the time I met you, we just said hi and then we took a picture and that was it. So,
We, we did some training, didn't we? We were on the floor a little bit.
no, I think when you left, I came in, and but then you wanted to take, and then I introduced myself to you, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because I got there really late.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I just remember
Because I think,
asking you
yeah.
directions for the the bridge.
Did you get there?
No, dude, man, I was walking. I was walking along it, and it was the longest walk ever. I think I walked it for like a good 45 minutes in that sun, and I was like, I just kept
Yes.
walking. I think I was there, and I saw it, but I didn't know how to get under it, so I just kept following it, and I just kept walking for like 45 minutes, and then I gave up, and I just walked to this Mexican place. I ate Mexican. I just Ubered it back.
We were because you remember Michael, right?
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, at the front desk.
Yeah, because we were both like, oh, I wonder if he made it, and we're just like, I don't know, man. I like we just stopped and then we went back to training.
Yeah, that's the story, man. I did actually
Yeah,
see it, but I didn't know how to get under it because I wanted to take some photos, right? And I was like,
yeah,
man, I wonder how you get there. And I was trying to look for like a way you can sneak under. And I just kept walking and following, and I was just following this track, and I just kept walking all the way through. Man, I was walking for, I don't even know where I was, man. I was just walking for ages. But anyways, it was pretty
yeah,
funny story.
yeah,
Um, all right, man. Let's talk about like I really want to be able to like talk about powerlifting specifically because that's kind of like our backgrounds and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a new area for me, but I'm definitely fascinated. And you've got a lot more relative experience in it. So let's talk about like just like some tips and advice that maybe you can give like in regards to techniques with the big lifts and how important is things like factoring like your lifestyle, like what kind of nutrition or sleep, and what do you do to leading up for it, like how long do you program for, um, and all these little things that you can add in regards to everything about powerlifting there.
yeah. So when it comes to powerlifting, I believe technique is always important due to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't perfect the technique, you could be injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and being injured in the powerlifting sport is kind of bad because it prolongs training.
Have you been
And
injured before?
yeah, so I had sciatica.
Mm-hmm.
I also had my hip popped out,
Oh wow.
and then this recent meet training, I had my pec minor torn, not
Oh
torn,
wow.
but like a strain. I have a
Strained.
pec minor strain.
Oh
Yeah,
okay.
so
Wow.
and then uh, training wise, I believe in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
12 to 16 weeks of meet prep is efficient. So leading up to a competition, no matter what, 12 to 16 is enough time. A little less also works, but too much could also get you not overtrained, but too much fatigued. And when it comes to competition, you will feel like shit, you
Cool.
know, because you don't have the correct taper, you don't have enough time to rest. And when the lifestyle plays in, sleep is very important when you're competition prepping.
And what
But
do you test 1 RMs or do 2x2 in your last week or your second last week?
no, for me, training wise, I don't like doing 1 rep maxes.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it to the platform because if I test and I do get injured before I meet, then I'm pretty much fucked, you know.
Mm. So how
So
far
I
would you?
leave
Yep.
uh, off season. If you want to test your 1 rep maxes, do it off season before you go on our program,
Mm-hmm.
and just stay healthy as possible and just eat. Like track your macros, of course, but eat to stay healthy.
Cool. And what kind of percentages, going back to training, what kind of percentages would you work no more than like 80% in your in your in
Uh,
your in your
for
phase?
me, for me personally, I believe I don't work more than 90%.
Okay, cool.
Closer to me, I will try to touch 90%, but it depends on my coach.
Yeah.
So like Silent Mike, he will write my program, or sometimes other people do RPE.
Yep.
Uh, RPE, the what? I never go past 9.5 or 10.
So
You know, because
RPE,
10,
for those listening, is the rate of perceived exertion. Is that correct?
that is correct.
So the amount of force on a scale out of 10
Hmm.
generally. Um,
Usually it's yes, it's always out of 10.
mm. So you rated that how high?
Out of 10.
Sorry, generally, what did you say? You go no more than
9.5.
9.5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
During competitions is when you want to either go RP 10 or if you want to play it safe, 9.5, you know.
that's cool, man. Awesome, awesome, man. That's really beneficial, and I think people should obviously understand that it takes time to get up to a certain number. So be patient. Um, you know,
Yeah.
keep training consistently. Programming is
Hmm.
everything. So programming and intelligent programming is everything. It's
Yes.
not a matter of just lifting as heavy as you can in the meet right away. It takes time for like people like Herman um, to get to where they are. You know what I mean? They just don't pick up 500 pounds right off the bat. You know what I mean? You've generally worked really hard over the last few years to work up to it. So
Of course.
that's just probably like a great tip for beginners just to realize. And structure and technique is everything. The alignment, the bar path, the tightness, and learning all these things takes time. And priming your like central nervous system to neurologically be able to like adapt to this is takes time because it's very taxing, isn't it? It's very
It's
exhausting.
very taxing.
Yeah,
Yes, because there's days where I tell my clients like, you know what, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have some good days, but as long as you're pushing forward at your competition, you're gonna kill it. Like no matter what, you're gonna kill it.
absolutely.
And it just really takes time. It took me 3 years to get this strong. You know, some people it may take a year, 6 months, but for me it takes a while. And I'm not strong. I like everybody's strong,
Mm.
and like if you could get like how my friend Lou would say, he said, if you get past 12 to 16 weeks of training, you're considered strong because you train on those days where you felt like shit, and then you train on days where you felt really good. But getting like just training for those 12 to 16 weeks, you are strong no matter what. You are strong for you.
Absolutely. So in the same regard, like when you're doing your meet and you're coming up to that date, you've already put in all the hard work. That 16 week, that's tough. You know what I mean? If you can get past that, you've already done all the hard work. All you got to do is just rock up on the day and just lift and just perform that one
Yeah.
rep. You know what I mean? Because all your hard work and training's already been done.
Hmm.
So Yeah.
Like I tell everybody, it's like for their first meet, a lot of nervous people are nervous because it's their first meet and they want to do well and they
Correct.
want a PR.
Correct.
But what we say is, you know what? It's your first meet. Just get a number on the board
Mm-hmm.
and then take your time working on that number, increasing that number. But most importantly, we want you to have fun at these meets.
Yeah.
And like having fun is the most important thing because it's the experience that you want. You don't want to go in there always angry, like, oh, you didn't hit this
Anxious.
number, anxious and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just have fun. Have fun, hit whatever you want, meet new people there. That's what a powerlifting meet is about. It's like bringing the community together. We're there to watch you. We're not there to talk shit or bring you down. We're there to support you.
Absolutely, and everyone's just so cheerful there, and everyone's just saying, like, up, 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 and just
Yeah.
the applause, and it's just such a good vibe there. So for those people who haven't experienced a meet before, wherever you are in the country, definitely look one up and just go. Generally, they're free as well, to support family and friends. It's not like a big ticketing event usually, and you can go to some areas that are free. I don't know about you, Herman, but yeah, in Melbourne there's some free ones. You can definitely drop by and watch, and yeah, so it's always pretty cool.
Some of them are like $5 spectating fees down here. Some of
Right.
them are 10. Some of them are free, but and most rarely they're free.
Yeah, and if they are, they wouldn't be no more than $5-10, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Cool, man. Let's go. Biggest tip for a squat, biggest tip for a bench, biggest tip for a deadlift.
Squat. Man, there's a lot.
What would be your greatest
Mm,
coaching cue or things you see break down amongst clients or um, general pop? Even
Working on depth.
working
For
depth.
me, it's
Yeah.
yeah, working depth and also breathing into a belt.
Okay. So let's talk about depth. Firstly, why do people have trouble getting depth? You think?
Either is their anatomy, their stance on squat, and is like they're either too close where the weight's too heavy on their back and they end up tipping forward, so it causes their hip to rise a little higher than usual,
Mm-hmm.
or they're too nervous when they have big weights on their back and they just quarter squat it or don't hit parallel and stuff like that.
A lot of them do freak out in the beginning. I see that, like, you know, they freak out at the bottom and they just collapse and they lose the tightness and they just
Yeah.
give up. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
was probably actually guilty of that in the beginning as well. That was one of my
No,
biggest
no, don't
fears.
worry. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
So,
man. Um,
yeah.
okay, so depth is something they could work on. Um, what was the other one?
Breathing into a belt.
Breathing into a belt. Can you explain a little bit about that?
So people will usually breathe into their chest, and you could tell by the the way they breathe. So when they breathe and their chest rises
Mm-hmm.
or the bar moves up, it's typically saying that they're breathing into your chest, not into the belt. Basically, what you want to do is breathe into your diaphragm so you can stay tight. It's a lot like all the pressure is just into your diaphragm, and then when you squat, it just blows up. Like you stay tight through all of your lift.
So would you what's the best analogy? Is like blowing into a balloon or something like that? Like blowing into the belt or uh,
Uh,
pushing your rib cage against the belt, like in a way, like
I would say just pushing your belly into the belt. Because I
okay,
always tell people, like, I always put down people's belts and just like push against it, and they'll push. I'm like, that's how you brace.
okay,
So
cool,
learning just to learn, like, fill up your stomach. Where your stomach is,
yeah.
you want to expand that outwards. You don't want to just breathe your chest up. If you're bringing your chest up, you're not breathing into your belt, and then just expanding your diaphragm out.
What about those people who are training beltless?
Beltless, work. It's the same thing. Some people do train beltless, but it's just learning how to expand your diaphragm
Okay, cool.
will help a lot. It doesn't matter if you have a belt on or not. As long as you learn how to expand your diaphragm, you'll be good to go.
That's a good tip, Herman. I mean, breathing's everything, and tightness. That comes back to you being ability to stay tight under the lift, which is important. So I think people think about so much about the technique. Am I doing this right? Am I in position? Is my alignment or whatever, okay, and then they forget to breathe, and then they
Yeah,
lose the lift.
and then they lose the lift. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, bench. Finding your feet placement for me was the most important because I went from going super wide on my bench to very close, and I couldn't find the right feet placement for me when you get into an arch. On top of that, learning how to arch, finding the correct positioning of an arch, like and the bar path you want to take.
Mm-hmm.
So like benching, either bringing your feet back more so your butt doesn't come up, how much leg drive you use, so it's just all these little things will help you get your bench up.
I think I still am trying to discover that myself. When I first did my meet, I had like a wide feet stance, and I tried to get my heels as far back as I could towards my hips.
Yeah.
But now what I'm doing this phase now is hugging them in closer and inside the bench. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that narrow one
Yeah, yeah.
where you loop it in. So now I'm trying with that. And yeah.
Yeah, for me, I went wide and then I tried close. It felt good for a bit, but then once I started getting over like 315 benches and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I could not get it up like as fast as I wanted. So I went back to wide. And then some people bench with heels, like squat shoes,
Yep.
or some people will bench in flats or like in deadlift shoes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just finding the whatever works for you. Everybody's built differently, everybody's lift differently. So just finding what is right for that said person.
Absolutely, man. That's a good one.
And then deadlifts. Oh, my weakest lift.
Your weakest lift. It's my strongest lift, man.
No, my squat and bench are my. People say my bench is my strongest lift.
Oh, that's my weakest lift, man. We're like polar opposites. What did I pull on? What did I pull in my? It was definitely my strongest one, man. It was like, um, let me just figure it out. I think I was 420, 425.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, at 68 kilos.
Oh man, that's really good.
Yeah, so at 150
Damn, you
pounds.
strong.
That was my strongest lift, man. Yeah, that was my first meet, man. So, um,
That's
yeah,
great for a first meet.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely my biggest lift. So, why is that your weakest lift?
I think it's due to like hip injuries and stuff like that,
Yes,
and
of course.
being my hips being shot from so much pulling sumo. So I think that's why it's my weakest lift, or I just haven't trained it enough. Because when I used to train squat twice a week, bench 3 times a week, and then deadlift once a week. So I don't get the volume in for my deadlifts.
No wonder you bench is so strong, man. You're doing that 3 times a week. No wonder,
Yeah, but
wonder,
yeah,
no wonder I'm not getting stronger at it.
yeah.
I gotta
Volume
bench more.
volume is everything. Like even though it sucks and it feels like crap, volume will help you get stronger.
Mm.
You know. And just doing a lot of volume work will absolutely help your lifts shoot up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So you think you got to deadlift more then, or do you think like how are you trying to get your deadlift up now?
For me, Silent Mike is having me do accessories, so building a bigger back, building stronger hips, and just those little accessories have been helping me.
So you've been doing a
Like
lot
from an
of
off season,
are you doing a
yeah, I've
lot of
been
hip thrusts and stuff like that?
yeah, pretty much.
Reverse hyper.
Um,
I saw you got a reverse hyper. Is it reverse hyper machine there?
yeah, it's a reverse hyper.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man. Not many gyms. We got that at our gym as well, but it's really cool to go to a gym and see a reverse hyper machine. You know,
yeah,
obviously,
but
founded by Louis Simmons. Louis
I believe
Simmons
so,
himself.
right?
Yeah, Louis Simmons created that, man. It's pretty cool. Westside
Yeah,
Barbell.
yep.
Yeah, man.
Man, I haven't seen a Westside Barbell shirt in a long time.
Oh, really? Everyone in my gym wears
Yeah,
one, man. I'll just snap one to you, man. I'll show you. Like, at least
yeah, because
2 people a day wear
cause,
one of those at my gym.
yeah, because I think mostly our gym is either barbell or like other gym companies,
Mm.
but mostly barbell stuff.
Yeah. The only way you can wear a Westside is if you get into West Side barbell, I guess, and then you'd be
Yeah,
wearing one. You know what I mean? But people here in
yeah,
Melbourne probably don't give a shit. They're just wearing it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that big here in Melbourne, unfortunately. Uh, but hopefully I can bring some awareness as well, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wanted to get more
uh,
apparel, dude, but there was like nothing left because everyone there has like bought the whole shop.
it always happens.
It always happens, and I'm like,
Mostly,
Michael, can you
yeah,
save me some?
online.
Yeah.
Like online, it's gone. Everything's gone, but we still have like the Rebirth collection at the gym. So
Man, yeah, and I'm like, oh, have you got the new apparel? Have you been trying the new stuff?
yeah, I have their new stuff.
How is it?
Yeah, it's cool. I like the new logo, the new skull.
Yeah,
So everything's good.
yeah, it looks good, man. The quality's so good as well. Like I could just wear that shit every day. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
I'm not just
dude,
saying that. I'm not just saying
that
that.
sweater they have. Oh my god, it's so soft.
Is it?
Like yeah, on like I fell asleep even though it was so hot. I wore it and I fell asleep in it, and I was like,
Yeah,
dude, this is so soft.
yeah. The tees are so soft too. Like, and yeah, they're like, even though it's pretty warm in LA, you don't feel super hot in it. It's
Yeah, you don't.
yeah, I can't explain it. You just got to get one if you guys haven't tried one. I'm not just saying it just to sell this product. Like, I really genuinely love it. And when I was there, I was really disappointed. I couldn't buy more. I was
Oh.
like, Michael, come on, man, you got to have something more in the back. He's like, no, man,
Nah, it was just
that's
everything was sold out.
yeah. I'm like,
Or it wasn't like the sizes were sold out. Like mediums, larges were sold out, smalls
there
were
was
sold
one
out.
medium. He had one medium on the table. He's like,
Oh really?
yeah. When I was there, he's like, he had one medium on the table. And I'm like, I'll take that, like straight off. Like, I'm not gonna even
Was
try
it the
that
red
on.
shirt?
Yeah, the red one. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take that. And then you know how in the reception, on the mannequins, not on the mannequins, on the walls, there's a few folded ones and put in. I'm like, what
Hmm.
sizes are those? If they're mediums, I'm gonna take those as well. Like I just wanted to
Yeah,
stock up.
yeah. A lot of people do, but it just sells out really fast.
Well, dude, you're gonna have to maybe hold on to something for me the next time, man. And
I will. I'll try. I'll try to hold on to some stuff.
thanks, man. I appreciate that,
Of
man.
course. Just let me know when you're down here.
Hopefully next year, man. Like I really, really want to do one, um, again next year, man. Like make it a yearly. Even find a job, man. Like no joke. Like, I wouldn't even mind working
Yeah.
there for like 6 months, a year. Like maybe not at Barbell because I understand that your applicants are quite specific, but even just PTing or working as a strength coach in
Yeah.
in somewhere in LA. You know what I mean? Like I said, I love the everyone's into the health and wellness aspect, getting fit, getting strong. The weather's great, so like, I after coming back from Melbourne, I was like definitely looking into that. I actually applied for a job in Equinox. You know Equinox?
Yeah, I know Equinox.
Yeah, man. So I was trying to apply for a PT gig there. Actually, I got a reply back right away. They were like super impressed by like my resume or something. I got a call back, and I had a phone interview with them, which was really exciting.
Dude, can't wait to have you back here.
Yeah, man. But
We'll live together or something.
absolutely, man. Well, we train together, eat together, man. That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't for me in the end, and I haven't since applied for another role. I think it's a bit soon. I might wait a few
Yeah.
months and then try again.
It's very expensive to live down here, so
Oh man, I bet. I think I might just Airbnb a place or something like that. If I
yeah.
did until I like settled in, made some cash, and like could actually find a place then. But yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just an idea potentially. I would like to, and I wouldn't count it out for sure.
Mm.
All right, man. Probably just the last part. We talked about training and stuff like that, and I think it's important maybe for viewers to understand the other aspect, like lifestyle. Like, how do you coach their lifestyle and stuff like that in terms of macros, in terms of food, how much sleep they should have, what subs they should be taking. Um, uh, I don't know, water or like I don't know, caffeine, anything. Like I don't know, man. Like everything from those topics.
Well, let's talk about the important one, sleep.
Sure.
A lot of people don't sleep a lot, and like for me, I don't sleep a lot due to like having clients or just not like just thinking too much, you know.
Dude, man,
But
I'm
sleep
guilty of
plays
that
it.
too.
Yeah, just a lot of stress and stuff. But
Mm.
sleep is very important. There's days where I don't sleep and I have the shittiest workouts of my life.
Yeah.
And then there's days where I do sleep like 8, 10 hours and I go to the gym and I feel amazing.
Yeah.
And
Great tip, man. Sleep. I mean, people
yeah,
just think
sleep.
sleep, yeah, is for the weak, and I don't need sleep. You know, I'm just like hustling, like 4 hours of 4 hours of sleep, and just you burn yourself out, man.
Yeah, you do. And it doesn't give if you don't sleep, your muscles don't recover.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like on top of that, eating is very important. Eating. Some people love to track macros. I don't, for instance. I just eat whatever. But some people like I don't eat whatever. You know, I still keep healthy conscious of what I eat, but
yeah.
I don't track anything. You know, because
Cool.
I really love ice cream.
Do you? What's your
So
favorite
if I
ice cream,
track
man?
ice, for me it has to be salted caramel ice cream.
Salted caramel. Oh, damn. I love chocolate chip, man, and I love matcha.
Really, matcha.
Yeah, man. I'm a big matcha
Oh
fan,
man, I
dude.
have to take you to Little Tokyo.
I went to the one in Little Tokyo. I think it's called matcha. Uh, what's it called, man? Let me find out. Midori Matcha and Cafe. You know that one?
Yes, I believe so. I think I know that one.
It's the one with the giant uh, neon lighting, the M neon lighting.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if
yeah.
that rings a bell, but
I think it does. I'm not sure.
and then upstairs they have the Japanese ramen. It's like one of the hottest ramen places. You know that one?
I know the hottest ramen place because I saw it on TV once. So I
Yeah,
wanted to try it, but I couldn't.
yeah. I went there, but I didn't have. I went there to eat ramen, but I didn't have the hottest one. Back I can't. I can't deal with spicy,
Yeah,
man. I'm not that Asian,
me
man.
either. My mom can.
Yeah. What background are
Yeah,
you,
well,
man? What's your background? You Chinese?
Chinese Vietnamese.
Chinese
Yeah,
Vietnamese. So what do you speak? You speak both?
yeah. I speak Chinese. I'm most at home. I speak Cantonese.
Cantonese. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but my mom and my dad speak Viet because they
Yeah.
were born and raised there.
Yeah.
So
But you can just
they
listen.
never taught me. That. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could understand it a
You
little
can
bit.
just hear
So
it and pick it up. Yeah. There's a lot of my friends here. A lot are like that too. Um, yeah. Chinese Vietnamese.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
pretty common here as well, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the things.
Yeah.
Eating, just being, health conscious about everything, just making sure you don't eat too much fat. Unless you're doing keto and stuff like that, then be conscious of fat, carbs. Protein, you can never get enough protein.
Yeah.
Just making sure you get your daily fibers if you do eat a lot of protein, you don't
Yeah.
want to have constipation and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Because that's
Yeah.
definitely going to affect your lifts.
Yeah, hell yeah. I once deadlifted constipated, and that was the worst day of my life.
Not only that, but you feel shit as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel like shit.
You
Yeah,
just feel like shit. It's the main thing, you know?
yeah. It feels like you have something on your butt, but you can't get it out.
Yeah. All right. What about caffeine, vitamins, like sops and things like that?
Uh,
Do you promote them to
personally,
clients?
I don't take any supplements. I just eat all what I have to eat. So I get because if it's supplements, I don't really believe in that. Like some once in a while, I'll take calcium, but that's about it.
Cool. Cool.
Uh, yeah.
Awesome. Caffeine
Oh hell yeah, caffeine
every day.
every day for me.
Coffee. Like you having like.
Co- 4 shots of espressos, tier one pre workout, sometimes with a monster.
Mhm.
My caffeine tolerance is really high, and like so sometimes I would like drink a monster, and I would not feel it. So sometimes I take a scoop of pre workout, and then I'll start feeling awake. But it
Damn.
just what does it for me is Vietnamese coffee. Vietnamese coffee will always
Oh,
do it for me.
that's the best shit, man. That is so
Dude,
good.
that's like crack.
That is just crack. That's
Yeah,
if you guys have not tried Vietnamese coffee, yeah, it is crack. Seriously, you
it
can't
is
go back.
crack.
that condensed
Yeah,
milk,
it's
that sweetener with the kick of the caffeine, that
ooh,
that keeps you going for ages. And
yep. It gets me through my list.
yeah, but you do you crash on that?
Nope,
You don't crash. I will crash on
I
that,
don't.
man.
No, I hardly crash on caffeine.
Dude, I'm like,
Unless like the only time I will crash on caffeine is after a competition.
oh right, yeah,
It, yeah,
it's
because I'm like taking a bunch of scoops of pre-workout, so my heart's like racing.
yeah, absolutely. Do you cycle off it, man? Like that's important to cycle it as well for those listening. You, from my belief, pre-workout and caffeine has its time and effects, but I'm very big on cycling. I don't know how you feel about that, man.
I cycle off during off season,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm like 12 weeks out from comp, I'll slowly bring my way back up to the caffeine, but
Mm.
I don't start taking a lot of caffeine until like I'm 6 weeks, 5 weeks out,
Mm.
because that's when your body starts getting fatigued from the training, doing heavy weights and stuff like that. So I kind of need that boost.
Hey, bro, you want to hear something crazy?
Sure.
I drink coffee or I take caffeine once or twice a week only.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I'll die, man.
Yeah. Once or twice
I'll
a
probably
week.
stay dude, I'll just stay in bed if I don't have coffee. Like
What?
that's all. Like I mean, I drink coffee like mostly every day, but if it's pre-workout, I won't take it until like 6 weeks out.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I've got off completely off pre-workout at all. I haven't taken pre-workout for years, man. I just use coffee. Yeah, I just use coffee.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's about it, man. I start my morning every day with green tea, um, and I just have that, and then yeah, I feel good to train, man. Yeah, and then I just
I
have
just like
it.
the taste of coffee.
Yeah, me too. I just like the taste and from the social aspect when I go out with friends
Uh,
or whatever, and I'll have it then. But
yeah.
um, yeah, man, not too often. And I'm pretty fancy with my coffees, man. I'll have like a turmeric latte, or I'll have um, like a bulletproof coffee. Have you heard of a bulletproof coffee before?
No, I haven't.
It's like a keto style coffee, man. So it's pretty much just um, like it's pretty much a high fat um, coffee where you pretty much put organic grass fed butter in it with some coconut oil in, and that's pretty much the main things. You can add some cinnamon and some other sweeteners in there, like um, cacao or cocoa, whatever you like in it. But
Yeah.
it's just really creamy, man. It's like you should try it. Like if you're not counting macros or anything like that, give it a go. You never know. So
Yeah. I'll
that
try it
get
off during my off season because
definitely,
it's
man.
coming close to my meet and I need to
Definitely.
lose weight for it.
Definitely, man. Yeah, definitely. Keto is like one of the best ways for weight loss. You know what I mean? I don't know if you use that with
Yeah.
clients, but the high fats is essentially going to help maintain like blood sugar level and help maintain you know um, energy throughout the day as well. So for me, I'm consuming at least 60% of my macros from fats, man. At least. So
Really.
yeah, man. Going pretty heavy on that
I think
fat
for
stuff.
me, if I eat too much fats, I get really groggy or like really sluggish.
Oh, I feel
So
that way on carbs. I don't work well with carbs, man. Like
yeah,
when I went out
yeah,
to the States and I had a lot of carbs and I ate like whatever I wanted, I had like skin issues. I had like digestive issues. Um,
yep.
everything like
That's what our food does.
yeah, everything flared up with me, man. I had like
Yeah,
when I was in New York, one side of my face had like hives. Almost
really.
had like hives, like this allergic response because I was eating such crappy food in New York. Don't get me wrong, it was nice, but like I had to accept the consequences thereafter. So and I'm back here and I work and I eat fats and moderate protein. Like 60% of my diet's like fat based. And yeah, like I work pretty much 5:30 in the morning since clients, and I'll work all the way through like 8 p.m. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's just for me, it's helped change me heaps, man. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, I like bread too much to give it up. So I will keep eating my donuts and stuff like that.
Man, I love matcha buns. I
Yeah,
love a
me
good
too, dude.
I love a good burger, and a good pizza as well, man. They're definitely my little weak points, man, for sure. Anything?
You want to know something weird?
What's up?
So for my competitions, every time I have a competition, I always ask my friends to bring me like a red bean bun.
Red bean bun, pork
Yeah.
bun. The pork bun. You mean the same pork buns, but it's got red bean instead?
No, it's like a red bean paste
Ah, okay.
inside the as filling,
Ah, okay.
and the bread is sweet.
Ah, yes,
Cause
yeah,
I
yeah.
love red bean. Like
Ah,
red bean's my absolutely favorite.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
other than that, if it's not red beans, I don't like beans at all. You know.
yeah. It's
So
gotta
on
be.
my
It's,
burritos, I don't actually get beans and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it's gotta be the Asian red bean stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be
yeah.
the Asian red bean style. Like anything red
Yep.
bean that's Asian style, like that. That's cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I,
So that's how I eat at competitions and stuff like that.
how often do you go yum cha and stuff like that?
Yum-cha, I don't go out as often. Because I rather go yum-cha with my family as a whole family
Mm.
than as a like separate individual family members and stuff like that.
And
If we have a family get together, then we will go get yum-cha.
yeah, celebrate
But
birthdays.
other than that,
It's more for like special events. Hey, like
yeah,
birthdays and yeah, same here. I mean, I love going
yeah.
yum chas as well, but I guess we only go when it's like birthdays or celebrations, like graduations, or yeah, things like that.
You're Chinese, right?
I'm Chinese Timorese, which is yeah. Do you know the country East Timor?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's just a small
Man, I
little.
sound dumb.
You can Google it, man. It's a small little island just below Indonesia. Um, it's called East Timor. Yeah, and but I'm like third,
Can you
fourth.
speak both languages or no?
I can understand Mandarin a little bit. My dad speaks Mandarin and Cantonese. My mom speaks
Oh,
Mandarin only, and I speak a Chinese dialect. I learned Mandarin when I was young, but I was mucking around in school too much, so I didn't really. I was outside playing soccer most of the time, and I never came into class. Even though when class started, I was still playing outside. I was always active. I was always into sports and stuff. So I'll come in like 1 hour late because I was just playing soccer still. I didn't give a shit.
okay. Yeah, for me, I was always skip classes for band class and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Oh, cool, man.
Yeah,
That's cool, man. Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, so you're playing any other musical stuff?
I only play flute. That's about it.
Flute. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Big guy plays flute.
Yeah. Well, I got a ukulele and a guitar, acoustic one at home, but I should pick that up over the summer. Yeah, and just get
Yeah.
into those hobbies
I mean,
again.
I haven't played flute for what year did I graduate? I graduated 2013 for like 3 years, 4 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but
You,
I think I still play it.
you reckon? Yeah, I was gonna ask. You reckon you still remember how to
I
play?
mean, yeah, I mean, it's all muscle memory for me.
True. Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Interesting, man.
yeah.
Well, look, I think maybe we've covered all the main points there. I mean, do you have anything to ask or like?
Mm, oh, final tip is, you just remember to have fun. Powerlifting is always going to be there, but
Mm,
life is very important.
mm,
So focus on life more than you always do in powerlifting.
mm.
You know, Powerlifting, there's always going to be meets. So if you do get injured, don't be afraid to pull out of a meet if you don't feel like you're ready for it. Because there's always going to be one meet.
There's always heaps throughout the year.
Yep, there's
Mm,
always meets. And
absolutely.
just like always have fun.
Cool,
And
man.
then be open minded about taking tips from everybody, from different kind of styles of training, from coaches. Be open to ask questions. Like this community is very good, very helpful.
Absolutely,
So when
man.
it comes to training, so
Yeah, keep learning. Be a sponge. Absorb everything in, and
yeah,
yeah, learn from all the seniors and the experienced ones, and take a little bit of the piece of the pie from them and add it to your own craft and make it your
yep,
own. That's probably the best
yeah,
tip.
because that's how I learned. Like when I first started, it was just a lot of questions here and there.
Yeah, don't try and be Bart. Don't try and be Nadeem. Don't try and be Silent Mike. You be you.
Yeah, yeah. You have your own lifting style,
Hmm.
so you want to craft that. Don't try to be someone else that you're not.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more, man. On that note,
Yeah.
man, look, it's getting late, man. So for you, actually, that is. So I'm sure you got like a lot of things ahead. So look, man, we'll probably wrap it up there. We'll keep in touch again, man. We'll speak soon. We'll catch
Of
up.
course.
Sounds
Of
good. I've
course.
obviously got you on social. So if people want to find you, what's your social tags, man?
I only have an Instagram, which is Herman Gip, which is HermanGip on Instagram.
Perfect. Awesome.
And yeah,
That's it.
if they have, yeah, pretty much it. And feel free to ask any questions. I'm always open to answer questions. I'm very helpful in that.
Fantastic, man. When you blow up and you're big time on the social, man. Yeah, I'm sure these questions will come running, man. So I'm glad I have gotten you first and got this little content under the belt, man,
Yeah,
which is amazing.
yeah.
Just for the audience, because obviously this is a kind of new thing that I'm starting. What's one thing you want to ask the audience, like whether it be what's one question you could ask to the open public, like
What's the best place to eat in Australia or Melbourne?
what's the best place to eat in Melbourne? Okay, cool.
So
Can you
when I visit, I know where to go.
what any kind of cuisines you like desserts,
Any
ice
cuisine.
cream?
I'm very open to any kind of cuisine. So just DM me, and I'll probably when I do go, I'll visit those places.
Absolutely, man. Sounds cool. Thank you so much, man. Yeah,
Of
when you
course.
when you come in Melbourne, we'll tie something up, and I'll definitely take you out and show you some gyms around the places and some food places, man.
Cool, cool. I'll can't wait.
Awesome, bro. Well, yeah, I'll leave you to it. We'll keep in touch again, and thanks for
Yeah,
doing this, man.
just of course, just feel free to DM me whenever.
All right, bro. Thank you so much, man.
All right, man. No problem. Bye
All right,
bye.
catch up. Bye.